Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Hope you're doing fantastic. We are continuing our reading of The Purification of the Heart by Hamza Yusuf. It's his commentary on Imam al-Malud's Matharat al Qulub. We are in the section still about anger, and I find it to be quite intriguing, and so I want to continue reading this with you. Let's begin. Go ahead and listen to this as you're driving, washing the dishes, relaxing, you name it. With regard to these causes of anger, Imam al-Ghazali says that the first kind, which is related to material needs, so notice this, causes of anger related to material needs, is healthy as long as it is not taken to an extreme, such as a person stealing from others in order to secure food and shelter. The second kind, which is related to dignity, is also healthy, with the caveat of avoiding two extremes, haughtiness and abject humiliation. Okay, so haughtiness, I could see how you could get angry being haughty, and then with abject humiliation, you can be humiliated in such a way that you don't really recover from it, and you really become quite strange, quite self-deprecating to a degree that just isn't healthy. The Prophet, peace be upon him, said, "The believer does not humiliate himself." Now this is important. We do not humiliate ourselves. I was thinking about how there used to be rituals of public shaming, and some people, they used to flagellate themselves, like whip themselves in public, or do something to degrade themselves in order to get a path back to redemption. So clearly in Islam, we don't do that. We're not trying to humiliate ourselves. According to Sidi Ahmed Zarruq, if ignorant people say something disparaging that does not relate to religion, then ignore it. That's quite hard. I mean, we can try, but it is quite difficult. One should not grow angry when there is no benefit in doing so. God, the Exalted, commanded the Prophet, peace be upon him, when he faced with the discourse of ignorant people, be patient with what they say, then part from them graciously. Quran 73:10. There's a lesson definitely there for us, but it is very difficult. I myself struggle with that, and I think many of us do. The Prophet, peace be upon him, praised a man named Abu Damdam, who never became angry when people spoke ill of him. For when one speaks ill of another, the speaker not only acquires misdeeds, but his own deeds get transferred to the account of the victim. Treatment. As for the spiritual disease of anger that consumes a person, Imam Maulud says there are two cures. Okay, so let's see what's going down. Two cures. So spiritual disease of anger that can consume you as a person. One of them removes anger when it occurs, and the second suppresses or thwarts it. So removing of anger and suppresses or thwarts it. The first cure is to remember the extensive praise and goodness associated with the forbearance and humility. Yeah, I mean, you want to be forbearing, right? You want to be able to do that. But sometimes it can be extremely, extremely difficult. I mean, I think we've all had times in our lives where it was just so tense. I think we all can attest to that. Sidi Ahmad Zarruq contends that the main reason for people becoming angry is because they have inflated egos. No, I disagree with that. No, it's not just all about ego, ego, ego. Sometimes there's a legitimate reason for somebody's being a pompous twat. Right? For example, even though the Quraysh mocked the Prophet, peace be upon him, like children do, while persecuting him, the Prophet, peace be upon him, did not become angry with them. The ethic promoted here is to simply let go and not allow insults to penetrate and manipulate one's emotion. Yeah, I mean, that's the ideal. We can all try as best we can. But the balance here that I'm trying to think about is you have to have a line of respect. If you're just gonna, I don't think the passivity of, like, that you're not just supposed to be a carpet. Let people walk all over you, spit on you, degrade you, say whatever they want. You're never supposed to verbally defend yourself or say, hey, you can't talk to me that way. Or have some type of honor or backhand somebody. You're not supposed to hit the face, but, sometimes a whack in the thigh does a lot. Teaching respect and not letting people talk to you like you're a piece of trash, I feel like that helps just society become better when there's consequences for bad behavior. It depends. I understand you don't want to let anger consume you. You don't want to be too emotionally bothered. But I feel like if we just ignore everything, then doesn't that make it worse? Shouldn't you care if people are getting buck wild with their words and be like, hey, you shouldn't talk like that. Knock it off right now. Maybe you can do that without getting angry, but again, it can be quite difficult from my understanding. I mean, at least that's what I think. It's about maintaining control over one's emotions. Yeah, you want to definitely maintain control. Feeling secure. Yeah, feeling secure is good. You don't want to be out of control, but one often wonders, what is the purpose of rage and wrath? If there's righteous indignation, if there's like someone is harming someone you love and you burst out with anger and harm them, I find that to be quite beneficial. One should remember how much God, the Exalted, praises the qualities of humility and forbearance. One should race to attain the qualities and behaviors that the best of those who praise the Maker of the heavens and the earth commands. Humility and forbearance are praised in poetry and by all the different sages, even outside the religion of Islam. Yeah, that's true. Especially the Buddhists, I'd argue. They have a big thing about that. The Prophet, peace be upon him, said that God elevates a person who is humble for the sake of God. Humble for the sake of God. It'd be interesting to see how do you go about getting that path. But whoever tries to exalt himself, God debases him. Interesting here. So if you're trying to exalt yourself, you're gonna be on some thin line there with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The Prophet, peace be upon him, was the most forbearing and forgiving of people. All the prophets were characterized by these qualities. None was known to be arrogant or easily angered. That's true. So we have to make sure we watch our anger, that we don't become arrogant. Imam Maulud states, next, that one can control anger by recognizing that nothing takes place without God's leave. Okay, so nothing takes place without God's leave. I understand that. I agree with that. But it doesn't sometimes make you calm down. You're like afterwards. But in the moment of things, it can be quite difficult. There is no power or might except with God. This life is a crucible of trial, and those who are heedless of this react severely when trials come upon them. The Prophet, peace be upon him, said, the strong man is not one who can wrestle people, but the man who controls himself when he's angry. Yeah, I've heard that. It'd be nice if he put the hadith citations here. Physical strength, but this emotional strength. So men controlling their emotions. I mean, a lot of damage can be done when someone loses their temper. A lot of mean things can be said mistakes can be done. Really, like, especially if you're negotiating, you really want to have that skill where you can reason with someone without losing your temper. Like I said, I'll be the first to admit that I am not a pro at that. And I think if most people are honest, they're not going to pretend to always be able to hold their temper, even though we want to try our best. What do you think, fam? It's a very interesting section here. To let go. Don't let people manipulate your emotions. Don't let them penetrate your emotions. We need to make sure that anger doesn't consume us and turn into a spiritual disease. So we have to really do a lot of self-introspection, really analyzing what it is we are upon, and hope for the best, and pray to Allah. And that we have to be patient with what people say. Oh, but it's difficult, no doubt, but we have to try. What do you think?